Hi, good evening, everyone. I am live. I'm just posting this information across uh, platforms. Give me one moment and I'll be ready. On Twitter, all right, I am almost ready. Let me go back and share the entire screen, and I can also join in on my chat. Futures are looking okay. I hope you all had a good day. I have to mix and match my okay, we already have good. Hi, Javier. I'm good. Hi, Shiva. Hi, Elon. Hi, Abhi. Hi, Gopal. Hi, Ike. Hi, Sebastian. Hi, Namit. Hi, Shiva. Hi, Harsh. Hi, Mr. Baga. Hi, Guna. Hi, Jess. Hi, Deepak. Hi, Suraj. Hi, Jasleen. Hi, Sokrit. Hi, Anchit. Hi, Ankur. Good, good. We have already many people out here. That's good. I'm just okay. So let's see uh, what we did today. So I've just changed the date. So ES never actually went above it, held this area. So no, QQQ, no. Apple did that and made 176. Affirm did that and made 170, 128. AMD, nah. Amazon, nah. It came here, but then came back. AMAT, no. Netflix, no. BA, no. Facebook did its the job, 331. Google, no. Marvel, not much. Shopify, no. Snow, no. FedEx, no. Microsoft, no. MU, no. Home Depot, yes. Nvidia, no. Tesla, somewhat. So today it was more or less like Facebook for me and Amazon in the morning, which worked out well for me. So nothing much. It was more or less of consolidation. And I was hoping that after two big rallies, if we have a consolidation and if we are not closing red, and in the last few minutes you saw there were no sellers today. That's a thumbs up. We are going up tomorrow. Okay. And let me just say hi. Hi, Special K. Hi, Shrikant. Hi, Shobit. Hi, Reddy. Hi, Madhusudan. Hi, Varun. Hi, Vignesh. Hi, MTN. Thank you for liking. Hi, Kulwant. Hi, Krishna. Hi, Venkat. Hi, Misa. Hi, Chakradhar. Hi, Sai. Hi, Chris. Hi, Reem. Chermy, Harry, Medianet. Hi, Madhusudan. Roku was beast. Yes, it had a news. I don't like anticipate news like that. Hi, Shashank. But yes, people who had Roku, they're good. They made money. I made money in Facebook. I didn't need Roku. I made like reasonable money on Facebook. Even right now, futures are pumping and looking good. And I just added some positions in futures. Some let me just book some before I focus on this. So just give me 1 second. Let me close my few positions in futures. I placed my order on futures. Thank you, Shiva. I appreciate that. Hi, Arvind. Hi, Banu. So let me just start with the daily scan. So this is which I was mentioning last night, that this is a very basic scanner which you should all do. Try this scanner at around 9:50. That's about 20 minutes from the market open. If you don't know how to create this, just do uh, add a study. Just click on add a study. Okay. Then click custom. Then just delete this. Add condition. Choose the price. Choose open is equal to. Choose price. Open equals to low. Okay, my position got sold on futures. Good. Wow, it's getting good. This is how you set this up. Simple. And then when you add another condition, just choose any, and that's it. You're all set. And this equation helps you like this. So if you have set, oh, let me just go back to my scan in my default watch list. So FedEx this morning, it opened at 247, made a high of 247, and it gave you an opportunity to sell it. And it made 3 points down. So it gave you an opportunity to short this. And if you shorted, it was like $2 move, about $1 move, which is fine. But I'm bullish on the market, so I would not want to pick it up. Let me do my inside days. Microsoft, Nvidia, all of them are inside days. Let me just add Microsoft inside day. Inside day. Nvidia inside day. Shop inside day. CRM. I want to bring in some new stocks. So instead of FedEx, let me bring Goldman Sachs. Somebody mentioned today to include banks. So let me just do inside day. Coin, because I have so many chip stocks. I want to just remove the chip stocks for now. I have MU, Nvidia, AMD, AMAT. I want to move into XPEV. Let me get rid of AMAT. AMAT is still bullish, held well. Or suggest me any tickers you want me to check. Even this is Think or Swim, and it's totally free if you want to use it. Hi, Krishna. Hi, Gui. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Shashank. QCOM, I don't have QCOM in my list as Head and Shoulders, but I will, as inside day, I will just check that. Okay. Any tickers which you want me like ready? Hood, I don't trade those companies, Nirav. Ready, we can talk about inside day. CRM, yes, I'm interested. Snow has actually done the job for now. So let me include CRM. CRM also has inside day. I do want to include coin. So what should I remove? Home Depot. Home Depot did its job. Let me introduce coin. Okay, I think we are good. Roku, yes, Roku is looking good. So if I actually have so much focus on chip stocks, I need to, let me just add Roku here. I don't know why you all get stuck with apps. I have never traded this in company. BA is already there. QCom. Like I don't trade in all these companies. I still make money. So I have no idea why you get stuck. Mr. Manjal, just look at my screen. I have Amazon already listed there. Okay, so we have a good list to start for tomorrow. Okay, let's talk about the market now. Let's talk about ES. I'm just removing my orders. Otherwise, it will create confusion. So this is what happened today. The most important aspect, which I explained to you day or back, that the piercing of the candle. This was a huge candle. Okay, huge. Now, if today's candle came and broke the middle of it, this positive outlook would have failed totally. Instead, look what it did. It respected 466 again, which has been providing a good support and resistance both sides. And it made a high. This was higher of 2 days back. This is high of today. So high H1 is greater than H2. This is L1. L1 is greater than L2. It's both making higher highs, higher lows, which is positive. Okay, that's one thing. Second thing, it respected the piercing of the candle, which I believe is a really, really bullish thing. So now it took a breather. As I say, there is no resistance towards 4779. We should move towards it as soon as we, like, first target will be 4740, which is a touch point of previous high. And once we close that, boom, there's no looking back. Now, in this case, your stop loss should be right here. The close here, the open here, and look at the low here. That should be respected. If I increase the size of the candle just to make it clear, all this will be in single line. So I will take this close at 46.95 as my stop loss. But that will be too close. So I'm just taking 46.92. So I'm still extremely bullish on ES, not taking any negative trade here. And these are my targets. I don't have any resistance whatsoever. I'll be just waiting for them to reach this. We might do that tomorrow. We might do that by Friday, but we are doing it. No matter what, we are doing it. There's no stopping here. The important aspect which I wanted to show and tell you is regarding the last half an hour. Okay, this was it, right? 3 o'clock. It came down 3:30, but then it bounced back and closed above the previous candle. So market was expecting some sellers profit booking. It did not happen. Some of it was there, but not enough. And that's the reason I'm more bullish on ES. Okay. So keeping that in mind, I'm just changing the stop loss. So buying above 4700 is thumbs up, 4690 is stop loss, 4740, 4779. You can translate this into SPX by taking out the discount or the premium on SPX, because SPX is the index and ES is the future. And then you can also use this for SPY. Just roughly divide this by 10. You will have SPY. Triple Q. Apple was the lead today in the Triple Q, and Triple Q also came and closed. You see the importance of my numbers. 3, let me just annotate this. This was 39957. This all is a supply zone right here. Today we closed right on top of it. Right on top of it. Now we have a bullish sentiment behind it. There's only one time where it has actually closed above and then we made the all-time highs. We hit this. So tomorrow we have a bullish sentiment backing it up. We are making higher high, higher lows. So we're going to hit this in straight line. We're going to hit this and we will also hit 417 in straight line. I have no doubts on that. I'm extremely bullish. I am carrying bullish positions. I am not seeing any negative concern in the market as of now. Vijay Bhaskar, he is having various expiry. If you don't understand futures, then please do not do them. It's very risky. So I would not do that. If I'm bullish, and it's always good to book profit, and that's what I always say. You see the profit, book the profit. What's the point? If I sleep and something happens, I will lose my gain. Why should I leave anything on the plate? See, not single trade is not going to make me a millionaire. I have to book whatever I see and then try again. I'm bullish. I will rinse and repeat the same exercise again and again until I achieve my target. So 39957 is there now, which is buy above here, which will be tomorrow. Stop loss, I think, will be updated. It's right there, 397. Yes. So I'll keep that as stop loss. Target as this and 408 for now. But I will also add 417 here. So nothing changes. Apple is moving towards my 180 target. So this is first time after March we have a candle above the trend line. Finally, Apple came out of this big trend line. It was coming here, facing it, and got rejected. This broke out. Where should we go? We are looking at 178 to 180 area now. And it should be pretty good. Above 180, we still have run for 200. I will not be surprised if Apple tests 200 in next month or so. All right, so only thing which will change is the stop loss. Stop loss here will become the previous high. Now, I would like to buy it above 176, which is above today's high. And I would like to keep the stop loss of 173. And I still have these two targets open. So what I practically did was I moved my targets, I moved my stop losses, and I'm aiming for a higher target. So tomorrow, if it touches 180, I will book my profit and I'll make my position again so that I can run for 203. I will not just hold on to my position. All right. So Apple is there. Done. Affirm was positive because it broke out of that resistance of 118. And today it made higher high. It is moving towards 133 target. So I'm going to keep that in mind. My 12 EMA is 125 now. So if it opens above 128, which will be today's high, 128, 2086. So it's actually setting up for, if it can come down here, that will become inverted head and shoulders, and that will be massive opportunity. But looking at the market, if we break above this, it can go up. But I want it to come down to 118, 120 area and then run. Then it is extremely bullish on the daily candles. That's what I wish, but let's see if my wish is granted or not. But looking at this, it's really, really positive. Uh, Stop loss is 125 on a firm, 124.84. That is the 12 EMA, and buy above 129. Target will be 132.98, 132.98, and the second target will be, boom, I don't have any target until 150. So once it breaks 133, you are in the game for a big run. So I'll take that. But I wish that it tests 133 and then retrace to 120, and I would like to add my positions there. Why? Because in that case, this, let's say 133 touches, come backs, and then moves, it becomes shoulder, head, shoulder, inverted head and shoulders, and it will simply cross through 159. And that will be really, really positive for me. Why I am so bullish on a firm. I'm so bullish on a firm because a firm came all the way here, still held the gap of 93, and then reversed, and now almost 30% up from there. None of these companies like Square, PayPal, they definitely moved, but they don't have this kind of strength. That's the only reason. And again, I'm saying I wanted to retrace back so that I can enter again, Jerry. But we can talk once you are on the call, we can talk about this. So that's about a firm. Then in my list is my hot favorite, Amazon, and I'm holding Amazon positions. Amazon is right there. If you see, it came to the top of this box and the bottom of this box, keeping 12 EMA. The setup is still positive because the green line is holding above the red line, positive. We need to break this 35.45. If we break it, I don't see anything until 36.93. We're going to hit straight 36.93. Downside is limited in Amazon. I don't see anything going below 34.95. 34.95 is the downside max. It's a perfect gravestone doji. It's not able to figure out what needs to be done here. So if market supports, it gets strength, it's going to just go rocket. And I have position as a disclosure 35.50 of 12.17. And I did recommend to do spreads if you cannot carry naked positions on Amazon. So nothing changes in my equation for Amazon. Positive with gravestone doji. Buyout 35.60. Let's go to the exchange. 35.11 still on the 30-minute candle price. 35.76, 36.30, 36.93. I'm still bullish. Nothing changes here. EMAT, like today, most of the targets may not even change. EMAT again, it's making a bullish pattern. Higher high, not higher high. It's a lower high and a higher low, but managed to close above, managed to hold that supply zone here, which is this factor. So as soon as it breaks it, it's gonna go out, bringing higher moves. AMAT, AMD, both I'm positive. So I'm gonna keep this equation 157.41. I missed AMD, I will come to AMD. So 157.41. No, 60, let's keep 65. This is the stop loss, and yes, AMAT is positive. AMD is a potential morning star, so it did made a higher high, high low. It just needs some strength to break above 147.88. If it does, it's going to hit 155, 156 in straight line. There's no looking back in AMD. It's just getting consolidated. It's doing better. And if I take a 2-day candle here, 2-day candle is making an inside day. And I choose 2-day because 1-day candle was not giving me a clear idea. So I moved to a higher time frame. 2-day, if 2-day was not giving me a good picture, I would have checked it on 1 week time frame just to see the higher time frame trend. It's making an inside day, and this is 12/7 candle. So today it closed. Expect it to break out. Expect it to break out on the higher side. 12 EMA is 145.63. So I'll be bullish on AMD with 145.63, which is 12 EMA on 2-day candle. I don't use 2-day candle too much, but here it's not clear for me. So I went to 2-day candle. So here I want AMD by 145.63. Stop loss is there, and using 2-day, 2D inside day. Netflix did not do much today. It had an inside day, and then it's moving towards 634. Like if market supports, it needs to break out of 634, and it's still neutral. It's like I don't have much on Netflix as of now because it's made a higher high. It's making a bullish pennant, or like it's also making an ascending wedge. So it's coming for a breakout or a breakdown. So possible move is right there in case of Netflix, but I'm gonna keep move above 634 for 643 and 662, which is this move. So only thing which changes is my first target 634.81, 643.81. Nothing else in my Netflix. I'm still neutral, 643.81. That's the only thing which has changed. And I'm still giving it a 60% shot because it has to break out. It did not. Boeing. Yesterday I had a Boeing position which was I carried it in loss, but today I had an opportunity and I closed it in almost my cost. So I did not have any losses. So one important thing is that it's coming right at the 34 EMA. Every time you see on the negative side, it come close to the 34 EMA. Next couple of candles are big high moves. Close to 34 EMA, next couple of candles, big highs. So it's going to repeat the same exercise. It's right there. It needs to move up to 1131. Stop loss is 2874. High moves are there. So tomorrow there's a possibility. It's Morningstar. It's still there on the weekly because I did check that. It's you see it's an extremely bullish pattern on a Morningstar on weekly. A clear example. This can easily hit this area. If you want to invest in Boeing, go for January calls, maybe 240, 250, and you will have fun. I will do that because it's a weekly candle. Weekly Morningstar, extremely good. Deepak, I need to check. Francis, that's why I'm neutral on Netflix, and I wanted to go above 634. That's still about a % move higher. So I just need a higher move there. And again, like I will come back to all your numbers, all your chats, why I once I'm done with my analysis. I don't want to get deviated. So Boeing, I'm still Morningstar counting it on the weekly Morningstar. Everything else is same on Boeing, all the targets. Facebook did the magic today, right there on the weeks. It's making inside week, And if it does that, breaks out, bang. And you see, it came right to this point where I booked my profit. And that's why I did it, because it was at resistance. And it closed right underneath the 34 EMA. So now we need to break above 331 to give a positive outlook to Facebook. 331. Stop loss will be very clear. 325, which is a 12 EMA. This is 34 EMA will be our entry. 12 EMA will be our stop loss. Target is this one and this one. And it can be easily achieved. This was today's target. We did that. Now that becomes a buying opportunity again. I'll bring in this target here, and I will move into a newer target, 342.90. This time, if it breaks 342.90, it's gonna run. It will go to 400 from there. 342.90 is an extremely difficult area for Facebook. You see, it's extremely difficult area. And on the weekly candles, it's making an inside week. So very high possibility that yes, it breaks out with some bullish strength. It's taking a support on the weekly of the last trend line. Bang up here, it's gonna hit right there. Test of support, test of resistances. Then we have Google. Google is also setting up for a morning star right there. And I'm telling you again and again, do not miss these morning stars. They are ATMs. Just use them. A clear morning star on the weekly. A clear morning star right there. Ready for an extreme move towards 3200. 3219. That's my target on Alphabet, Google, whatever you want to call it. Don't come in the live market and then ask me, what should I do? We are discussing these trades now. I do not do this in the live market. It becomes very difficult. Daily candles does not give you any picture. Weekly candle gave you a clear picture on the morning star. Do not underestimate morning star. Weekly morning star here, Google, weekly morning star. I'm going to buy about 2970 today, which was the target. 2970. Stop loss will be this 2945, the close here, 2945. Target is 3020 straight. And then I have a target of 3219. Marvel tried to break out, made a higher high, higher low, still holding this beautiful gap, which is extremely good. Could not break up and have a closing above this. So I want a closing. If it does not have a good closing, or if it makes something like this tomorrow, it's an evening star. And then you know it's going to come and hit this, which is 80. But I want it to have a candle, 30-minute candle above 92.71 so that it can go higher. So I will not change anything in my equation or in my planning sheet with respect to Marvel. I'm still looking for a target of 114, but a consolidation, or if it comes around here, let EMA catch up, will be extremely, extremely good. So no changes on Marvel, but the only thing which I can change is I'm still positive, reduce to 60%, because it did not do what it was supposed to. Shopify has an inside day. Inside day, if you don't know, when you have a candle, like the price of previous candle, the highs and lows are highs of the previous candle is higher than today's candle, lows of the previous candle is lower than today's candle, and the volume of previous day is more than today. Then it becomes a inside day. Inside days are beautiful patterns for a breakout. If we break above 1532, we are running, we are in the game. Stop loss is 1493. It did not break out on the higher side, neither on the lower side. If you see the sheet here, buy of 1543 for 1532 and stop loss 1493. Neither it break above this, neither it went down here. So everything is here. But now its equation is 70%. If we break out above 1532, it's gonna go higher with some strength. Shopify, we have CRM. CRM is also making inside day, holding this gap very beautifully. It needs to break above this 270 area, which it has issues in the past. Like once it breaks out of this, it will not look back. And it has to come back and test this. So inside day, I would love to see if it breaks above 271 and then it can test 274 and 284 area. CNM inside day, I'm just taking a positive stance on it. Buy above 271. Stop loss is 266. Target is 273.97, 273.97, and 283.97. I'm bullish on CRM. Inside days, Morningstar are my favorite patterns. Goldman Sachs. With banks, tomorrow we have CPI numbers, and it's trying to hold the negative sentiment as of now. So I have not clarity on the patterns here because it closed on the weekly above this line. It came close to 34, almost tested it, and now holding above. So if it breaks out here, it can move higher. It has potential of moving higher, but I need to see a movement because I've not been trading Goldman Sachs for a while, but its targets are 408 and 416.89 if it breaks out above 402. I'm just calling it a neutral with inside day because I'm not trading it. Buy above 400, 175. Target is 408, 18, 416, 89. And my stop loss in this case will be 397.32. Instead of MU might run. MU has these targets, so I'm not like jumping. I would like to do Roku. I added Roku last minute. It had a news and then it bounced really well from here, but it could not break above 34 EMA. 34 EMA is 259. So if 259 breaks up or it opens up 259, we can go for 273 area. There's a potential here. Roku has a positive momentum. So buy above, I would say today's high. Today high was 260, 261, and stop loss will be 258.88. Target is 272, 272. That's my 272.88. Let me just make it 272.88. Then we have coin. Coin is holding this gap beautifully. Uh, I want it to go above 298 so that it can rally along with Bitcoin, but I'm not sure what's happening with Bitcoin because there's something happening behind the scenes for Bitcoin. I would love to see more clarity on Bitcoin. So if you really want to trade, this will be by the least choice I will do is coin. But I will keep this stop loss of 285 if somebody wants to try it. Buy above 290. It's an inside day, but I'm calling it neutral because I don't know what's going to happen with coin. Buy above 290.19, stop loss is 285, target is 298. Above 298, it can hit 303. 303.66. I will reduce the percentage because I don't know what's happening behind the scenes with coin. If it fails, I will not be surprised. This will be my least choice to trade. Nvidia, like all the chip stocks, Nvidia respected once again that 12 EMA could not break out here. It needs that breakout above 323. This 323 one area, it needs that breakout. It needs that. Stop loss is right here. Target is there. So the risk reward is pretty like risk is like it's not really great. So I'll still call this a neutral. I want to buy this above 323.1. I will keep the stop loss here. My target will be 334.12. And then 347. Last but not the least is Tesla. Again, it's coming and testing this 12 AM. It's not able to break out of here. It's getting pretty tight. So something is coming on Tesla. I don't know, but it's not a split. Something is coming. When you have the candles grinding between the both EMAs, a big move is coming. Looking at the market, looking at the historical movements in Tesla, we might see a big move above 1073. Stop loss is 1045. And this was a morning star in a continuation. So buy about 1073. Stop loss is 1045. Target is okay. So these are my tickets. Let me do one thing. Let me share all the not all the let me share the Zoom link into the chat. You can all join in there and then we can go through the comments one by one and address them. Okay, so if you are on the call, you will be able to see this link and you can join. I'm posting here in between. Let me just make some changes to the security here, chat. Okay, so you can join in. Let me start reading the comments. Okay, NVIDIA is forming inverted hand shoulders. I don't use 4 hours. Even this is Thinkorswim. If you want to use it, it's free. You can create a paper account and you can get the real-time data on this. Shashank, NVIDIA is forming inverted hand shoulders in 4 hours. It's an inside day on daily. So let me just check NVIDIA on 4 hours first. I don't use 4 hours. So I'm not comfortable using 4 hours. I don't see. If you can tell me, like if you're talking about this, it needs to break out right here to make inverted head and shoulders. So it is in making of it, yes, but it's not there yet. Hood, no, I don't do this hood. QCOM, on daily candles. It's an inside day. It needs to break above 185 to have a move. Yes, it's an inside day. Neo bounced really well in last few days. After this candle, it might run for 36. If it breaks 36, it can go for 38.52. So this is an important area for what you call Neo. It needs to break out here above 36.50. Then CRM discuss Lucid. Lucid Motors had an offering today. I believe it's still going to hold this 42.60 area and bounce, but the last extreme good support here is 39.34. If it breaks 39, then it will lose everything. But I don't believe so. It's going to do that. It's going to still hold this area and try to jump. So if you have a position here, I would say hold it for some time and see if it manages to keep this 39.34 area intact. I doubt that it will break this, but that will be a thumbs up for me if it holds 39 to 42 area. That's Lucid Motors. Coin we discuss. ASN, I don't trade this. CRM we did. W. Guys, I do not trade all these fancy tickers. If you want to come and ask about this, no, I'm not going to do this. This is Morningstar, extremely bullish. Above 243, it will run. W. W runs on Thursdays and Fridays. Remember that. It always runs on Thursdays and Fridays. And it can run massive moves, $15 move, $20 move. It can easily do that. W is really, really important if you want to trade. MongoDB is now going higher and higher and higher. And it has a target towards 687 now, or 590 practically. It's making higher high, higher low. So resistance is around 536, 539. Once it breaks it, it's going to hit this area, 570. That's MongoDB. Tesla CNZ, UPST. UPST I missed at 170. I missed it. It's bouncing from here. It needs to break out above this 12 EMA, which is 999. It came close today, but could not break out. I want a close above this. Then I will jump into Upstart. Otherwise, it can easily fade back. It's trying. See, why it jumped? Because a candle cannot be far away from the EMA. Either candle moves down, the EMA moves down, or candle moves down and they come close. Right now, that process is happening. I need a positive close above this. It's still in a negative downtrend. And then if it has a close, I would love to jump in it for 223. But yesterday, I think somebody asked about Upstart. I told them that it needs to break about 200. It could not. It's finding resistance. So you need to have a close about this 200, then it is positive. Otherwise, it can retrace back to 168 very easily. It still has some gaps to fill. So if it fails here, I will not be surprised if it comes down to 130 area and fill all of them. I will not be surprised. Then roadblocks. This company, I don't understand this company. Just to be honest, it runs, and it runs. It drops, and it drops. I burnt my hands multiple times here. This is outside day. It completely, or bullish engulfing, you want to call this, extremely bullish candle. Stop loss is 118, target is about 130. Risk reward is not better here, but once it breaks 130, you have 143 target, which I think is a better picture. Here, I would love to enter this around 119, 120 area, but not in this. Either it breaks above 131 or comes down to 120, 125 area. ES has dropped big in last few minutes. And my old positions did not close and it went down. It went down right there. It went down about almost 18 points, 20 points. Let's see if it holds 4680 or not. I'm gonna just read it out. The volume, let me just add the volume here just to see how big was the volume here. Only 6,000. No, I will ignore this. It can recover. Okay. See, every time I'm trading here, I lose. DDog apps. App did a close above this, which we discussed. It's moving towards 63. It can move towards 63. It needs to have a close, which it did. Now it should move towards 63. Should have a stop loss of 55.29. DDog was a good trade few days back when it came to 149.59. Now it is in a range. It's in a good resistance range. I will not touch DDog at this time. It needs to break above 196 or it needs to come down. This is a good resistance zone, so I will not touch roadblocks. And anybody who wants to talk, you can raise your hands. I will allow you to unmute and then speak. Neo, Amazon, DDog we discussed. Disney, Neo we discussed. Disney is looking bullish. It's coming to 154 area. It closed above the 12 EMA. Above 154, it can test 158 area. That's 158. But it needs to have a closing or open above 154. If it does, then yes, has potential to go up. You asked if we could suggest you stocks to remove. I did not get that. DDog we discussed. Disney we discussed. You just saw the market drop and I am in loss. That morning will tell. Like, I do not know how the market will react at all-time highs. CPI data can change things. Yes. You can join my meeting. I posted the link here. I answered that, Cherry. Head and shoulders on daily. Amazon, where did you see head and shoulders, man? On daily. You're talking about this. Yes. Possible, but it's an inside day. If it breaks 34.96, yes, it's possible. But if it breaks higher, it fails. Right now, it's not there. Right now, it's not there. It needs to break down with below 34.96 to become inverted, to become head and shoulders. RDY. I have like it's coming in this area 2287. That was like right here. It make higher highs moving. I think it's gonna come back to 2287, 23318. This two targets can be achieved. Once it moves out 228, it can become really positive. Okay. Netflix. Are you the famous Gamma Ninja? Yes, I am the Gamma Ninja, everyone. Thank you, Jocelyn. Good strike dates. Again, I don't have what you call trades. You can choose whatever strikes you want. The targets are there. It's your risk profile. QQ also Morningstar. Let me just check that. QQQ Morningstar on weekly. No, there's no Morningstar on weekly. On futures, I was checking at the futures volume. Nothing else. Okay, so if you don't have anything else, I can close this and have a good night. Nobody has anything. Hi, test user.
Hi, a quick question about Hilton, HLT. On my charts, it looks like it is breaking out on a long-term bullish channel. What do you see on yours?
I don't have, I have to make charts here. Okay, let me make it needs to break 147 and then yes, it will break out. I don't know where that person gone. Hi, Jerry.
Hey, Naval. I had a quick question about ARC. I guess I'm a little bit after I saw ES kind of moving down a little bit. I'm curious whether you think this was more of a bounce towards like a sharp bounce before we fall again, or I know you said you're very bullish, but
see, look at ES. It went down and it came back up.
No, I was watching your analysis. I know you're very confident with that huge move up, right? So I mean, ES doesn't always follow what the growth stocks are doing, though, right?
What did follow?
Like ES doesn't necessarily follow what growth stocks are doing. ARC would most likely be a better.
No. ES is not growth stocks. No.
Exactly. So like I would say, I guess most of my long-term portfolio is more so in the growth stocks, which is why I kind of have more of a focus towards that. And I was just curious about what your levels are on ARC, because I based on my chart, I can see it kind of fall down a little bit from here, but
ARKK.
Yeah. Yeah. So you see that big like fall that it had at 109.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing like I'm wondering if this is like a sharp rise before another fall, or at least consolidation.
Let me just make levels here.
Sure.
It's well below this level. If I take it the lowers.
Yeah, so that's where my chart is. Yeah, roughly the same. Around 101. Well, I have 111 actually.
Okay, I may have to change the numbers because mine is roughly like few points down. I need to clean it up.
Okay.
Let me do that. The low is 89. 89. 03.
Let me make sure my chart is.
I have 59.7. Low here is 33. Did I pick this one? Come on. No, not this one. Low here is 81.33. Even then it's 107. It hardly moved.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So yours.
it might
23.
come here to 107, but 107 to 110 is an extremely like resistance area for ARC.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm thinking whether I want to short it at around 107. Well, I want to short it at around 107. Let me see. I'm looking to short it around 107 exactly. That's kind of what I'm looking at in terms of because it's just I feel like it gapped up way too quickly after all that huge volume. I mean, I know you don't follow volume, but
But
after
like
that huge move
I
down.
do not trust this ARC at all. Just to be honest,
No, that's
it's
fair.
highly overrated.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a descending candle breakdown. And it's a perfect one right here. Breakdown. It's a perfect breakdown.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I was luckily short on it around 120 in the 120s. So I got out after that first pump.
And today, because they have Zoom, they have Roku.
Mm-hmm.
Today, it might have got some push.
Exactly. Yeah.
It may even get to 107, but that's it. I don't see anything else. Till the moment Tesla doesn't move, ARC doesn't have anything else positive. If Tesla splits, ARC will go up. ARC is mostly Tesla.
Yeah. 10% Tesla.
Yes.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on I guess what are your thoughts on if I was assigned to go short at 107? Is that do you think I should
107 to 110, like if you go short 1750, keep
uh-huh.
stop loss of 110.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Okay. I like the idea. That's I'm kind of I'm curious about what your thoughts on that are. Yeah.
No problems.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Naval.
No problems. Hi, Zoom user.
Naval bhai.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Maybe I missed it, but I joined kind of a little late. Did you talk about McDonald's by any chance?
McDonald's, no, but McDonald's came out and almost tested this area. 263 was my target. I was looking into McDonald's a couple of weeks back, but then it broke down of the inside weeks, and now it's right there. It has potential to go higher, but it might come down for a day or two before moving.
Okay.
Like 258 is the stop loss. Target is 270, 71.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I had on my charts. I just wanted to confirm. Yeah. Because today, like to your point, it kind of pulled back a little bit.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
no problems. I'm in jail. And guys, I need to close this at 11:30. So I'll take as much as I can until 11:30. Yes, Manjal.
Hello, Navaldeep.
Yes.
So today I took on the Tesla trade and I did pretty well. But some user had posted that there was some resistance at 1067 level, and I was not able to find that, but it did act as a resistance. So the next time it went up to close to that area, I took profits. But do you see the
See,
same?
in my chart, I got the resistance at 173. It almost came to 173. So I
Uh,
don't see any resistance in between.
So this is the daily chart. If you go to the 30-minute chart, then you will see that it did act as a
I don't have
resistance.
any resistances at all.
Yeah. So these two red candles here, I think, at towards
If
the
you
end.
entered here, right, at 10 o'clock, entered here, it's just moving.
Right. So I was going by the levels that you had provided, and
See, don't
the
go by
entry was
the
not.
levels I have provided. Prepare your levels, verify whether it works or not, and see what's the gap between. Don't trade based on my ideas or my charts.
Okay.
Trade on what you have and compare that where are the gaps you have.
Okay.
So stop following me or my trades. Use the information so that you can use it as a reference for your charts.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not a service, I'm not an alert provider, and I don't do that shit.
No, and that is why exactly I asked you if you saw a resistance at 1067 as well, because
You
there was
simply said you were looking at other person's chart.
What?
You
No,
just said
I can share my chart with you.
you're not getting my point, buddy. You
Okay.
just said you saw 1068 resistance on someone else's chart.
Yes, in the group, someone posted it.
You should have checked your chart.
Yes, and I did not find a resistance. So I was trying
That's
to
it.
understand. So I'm trying to learn novel. So I was just trying to ask.
Yeah, you have to clear that mindset. You need to look into your chart. I have given you references on my side. Compare that. If you do not find the gaps, you're good. Why you want to refer into other person's chart? Because he may have created from a different perspective. You don't know about that. That's why I'm saying do not get this is really important aspect. Focus on your information, focus on your chart. Look, if you don't see anything here, then you're good. You should not be worried if somebody has here anything, has here or has anywhere else. You should have clarity on your side. That's it. Even from a learning perspective, you have to look into your notebook rather than what other person has in its notebook. Just keep this very clear.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will end up getting confused and you will miss many opportunities. I've been through this. I've done this.
Okay.
Even if I was 100% sure, I used to see, oh, this person has this. Let me see. And then I cut my position and bang, it moved right from that moment. And then I regret, oh, I was right. No, just focus on yourself. I'm doing this session so that you can go back, do your exercise, prepare yourself, and then do it. I'm not getting anything from all this.
No, absolutely. And yeah, that's why now you saying that actually gives me some confidence that my chart wasn't incorrect. And that's all I was asking, and I'm fine with it. Thank you so much, Naval.
No problems. Oh yeah, sorry, load hand for someone. Can you please come back? There were two people who lowered hand. Hi, Rajan.
Hey Naval.
Hey.
I mean, today you were doing that Facebook, right? Facebook and Amazon. Only those two things you have did, or like I was just asking because I was following you on Discord.
I do not put everything on Discord or anywhere else. I do some trades which I think they are good, so I share that. I do not share everything on my trade site.
Oh, okay, okay. Because yeah, because I was like having Amazon, because after that I was keeping it after your trade. So
See, again, you are following me and my trade. That's a wrong exercise. I shared that because I trusted my trade, trusted my level. You should do that once you have confidence in your levels. If you blindly follow me, you will end up losing money as well, which I don't want. That's why I'm doing this exercise, so that you can learn and understand how I do that, do all this, and you can replicate the same at your end. Just clear this mindset.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
no following here.
Yeah, correct, correct. Now, so because I was looking for Amazon for quite long, so I was confident. Since you also put the alert, so I feel more confident. That's it.
Yep. But trade based on your appetite, based
Yeah.
on your risk.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Uh, yes, Manoj.
Hi, Noel. I have a very quick question for you. Related to your scan that you said, you run like high is high, low is low at 10 o'clock.
I did that in the beginning of the call.
No, I'm saying is if I run it at 10 o'clock, will it give me status as of 10 o'clock? And
Yes, it's live. It's right at that moment. Usually, like this scanner,
yeah,
I prefer to see this at 9:40, 9:50,
yeah,
because by that time volatility is 9:50. I think would be an apt 9:50 to 10. Volatility is done,
correct.
and if something has to go down, go high, it's there. It gives me 5 or 6 stocks.
Correct.
But if you, because this is my watch list, if you do this in all symbols, all stocks, you will find a huge list. And I don't know 99.9% of these companies. So I look into my own watch list.
So if a hit comes which says high is at open or low is at open, if high is at open, that means the stock has further down from there.
Yes.
And if it comes low, probably it has upside from there, correct?
Yes. Very simple.
Okay. All right.
No
Thank
science
you.
behind this.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I would.
Hi, Nava. Quick question about levels. So I know you have your buy targets where you say buy above, let's say buy Tesla above 1073.
Yes.
But when Tesla runs, it runs about like 10 points.
Right.
And sometimes it never really comes back to that 1073 level. What do you do at that point? Have you missed a train, or do you just wait? Since you're not looking at like the minute time frame or 5 minute time frame, what do you do?
So in this case, for example, let's say tomorrow it opens at 1080. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And at 10 o'clock close, it's around 1085, 1090.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will see my target is 1110. That's about $20. My stop loss is about $60, $50 from there, 1090 to 1045. Risk reward is bad. I will wait. I will wait for 1110 to cross. If it does, then I will jump into 1110 and look for 1170.
Got it. But it's all based on the market price action and the QQQs and
That's the
SPY.
magic of this planning, that I do not have to worry. I have a plan in front of me. I'm just waiting for market to give me that number. If that number is there, I'll jump onto that train. It's simply like you're on a platform, train station, you have the ticket, and the train number. You're waiting for the train to come. As soon as the train is there, you will board that train. You're not jumping from platform 1 to platform 2 or jumping from train 1 to train 2. You're waiting for the exact train.
Yep.
So that you can reach your destination. Follow that principle, you're good.
Okay. Thank you, Naval. That's all I had for today.
No problems. Hi, Varun.
Yeah. So I have a question on like how to write that inside day scanner. Is it defaultly available or custom written one?
Oh, it's available on Google. You can search it. It's not complicated. You can find this. It's pretty simple. Like if you want to go there, there's certain codes inside the. This is a very simple code. Let me post this. I'm posting this on YouTube chat if somebody wants to pick it up. Just copy paste this. So I did. Let me remove this. Let me start from definition. This is the only thing you need to place.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. Thank you, Naval.
All right, guys. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow.